We're being taken over by liars and schemers and shysters. I guess we've got the gangster from Queens has basically taken over our government. We're aligned with the axis of evil. I mean, what more could go wrong? Where they're cutting all of our support, our protections are going away, our clean water, our air, our protections against financial fraud. All of these things are just being eliminated, and what they're doing is they're deporting people because they want to create quote unquote black jobs. You know, the black people should be in the field and be the service people.
I'm a retired U.S. Army, and I took the oath 3 different times to support the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign or domestic.
True story. Guy called me and said, "Hey, my wife was supposed to start there at the VA Monday, but we got a letter saying that she don't no longer work there." He said, "Can you do anything?" I said, "Well, I'm heading to D.C." He said, "Can you take a letter? And is there some way we can get it to Trump?" Because I know he didn't mean that for me and my wife, because we supported him. I say, man, if you believe that, you are really mistaken. You are really mistaken. They don't care about us. Trump's pockets wasn't big enough, so now he got the United States budget in his pocket too. Elon Musk talking about saving money. What about that big grant they got at Tesla? Who approved that? They're going around Congress and they're just diverting money. Trust me, y'all. Mark my words, if you never see me again, it's going to be a bunch of people in jail in 4 years.
I'm the lead of the rapid response team that was put together by the Bexar County Democrats. And the reason that we've done that, and the reason that you see this event today with a lot of other organizations, is that we are alarmed by what's happening in Washington, but we're also increasingly skeptical that there's going to be anybody in Washington who saves us. Clearly, I think this is our Paul Revere moment. This is the time when we realize that we have got to get out, raise the alarm, and be sure that people understand how serious this is and how quickly it's moving. And the fact that the only thing that will change it or stop it is from the grassroots, people like us who realize that there are many more of us than everybody else, and we demand that our government be restored to what it should be.
Donald Trump has got to go, hey, hey, ho, ho. Donald Trump has got to go, hey, hey, ho, ho. Donald Trump has got to go. Welcome here.
So we're here to speak out against Donald Trump and his tyranny that he's imposing upon the people of the United States and the world. It's very unpresidential. We are the laughingstock of the world with all of his activities. This has got to stop. We have to return to democracy.
I'm here to speak for the children. I have a 5-year-old grandson. I'm concerned about his future and the future of all young people. They deserve democracy, not autocracy.
I'm really mad at Congress right now. They are letting go of their power and just sitting down while the executive branch just takes over everything.
Any politicians you want to call out by name?
Oh, all of the Republicans, especially John Cornyn and Ted Cruz.
We have to come together. We're not Republicans or Democrats or independents. We are the American people. We need to stand up and fight. We need to stand up and fight together, like we did in 9/11.
Donald Trump is destroying our country. We need people to stand up and be loud.
Okay, we can start with USA aid. We can start with my Social Security. We can start with Ukraine. Where would you like to start?
Okay. Social Security pays my mortgage. So I still work.
Whose country?
Our country.
Whose country?
Our country.
Whose country?
Our country.
Whose country?
After he won the election,
Whose country?
I realized that
Whose
he was
country?
going to remove all of the guardrails that kept him from doing what he wanted to do the first time. He came with a plan and a lot of people from Heritage Foundation and elsewhere who were going to help him. And now, I would say in particular in the last month, I've become even more alarmed because of the rapidity with which they're moving through the government. And I really don't think we have a long time to stop it. If there is something that's going to make a difference, it will be because you decide something needs to be done and you do it. So that's the first and most important thing. The next most important thing is you shouldn't be hiding because you're afraid of what the government might do, because we are all familiar with that old adage about first they came for one group and I didn't do anything, then they came for the next, and eventually they'll get to you, and you need to be well aware of that. And thirdly, I really believe in community. And in the last, I'd say since the 1970s, our civic life has broken down. And the things that are happening in our government today are not because they're brilliant strategists. It's because they exploited a situation where we've ignored our civic life. And so I would say to people, go join something. I don't care if you join the Democratic Party or a pickleball club. Go join something, start talking to people, bring them to your home instead of meeting them at Starbucks, and let's restore that trust and understanding that we've had of each other historically.
We need to make sure that we spread the message. One thing the Republicans did, they stayed on TV with their lies. They continued to push. We didn't combat that. We have to stay out. We have to stay active. We got to keep running our mouth, because when you told them you didn't want to hear it, they kept talking. Yeah. So guess what? We gonna keep talking. We 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 are in for the fight of our lives, and guess what? We're up for it. We are up for it. We are not going to be deterred. We're not going to be, it's going to be a hard fight. Yeah. Y'all are going to get tired. We're going to get weary, but we need to continue the fight.
It's time for us to turn the power back to the people, and it has to happen soon.